Let's talk about starting things. And I mean it in a generic sense, whether we're talking about starting the beginning of a piece, starting the end of a piece, meaning the release, initiating a cue from silence, a cue when the group is already playing. Just about all of these ideas, we're going to do almost the same technique. And there's three parts of it. There's a preparation to what we're doing, there's the actual event or the ictus, and then there's a rebound from what we're doing. In a sense, it's not unlike how we prepare, create, and then resolve dissonance. We prepare the dissonance, there's the moment of dissonance, and then there's a resolution from the dissonance. And we do something similar in the way we conduct. Another way of looking at it is a ready, set, go idea. It's a three-stage process. So to start a piece, there's that ready, where we kind of check everyone, make sure everything's set. There's the set, where we don't move at all. We just gathered everyone's attention. We don't move at all. And then there's the go, where we breathe and we move on. Now, the point where we breathe and lift, there's a couple parts of that go section. First, there's the upbeat. There's the lift. We can either simply lift straight upwards, or we can click at the bottom as we go up to kind of help propel us up. Or we can even travel imperceptibly upward right before we travel downwards and up. It's kind of an exaggerated version of the click, because if we slow the click down into slow motion, we get, right, we go down first and then we explode upwards. So we can do that in the sense that we move a little bit, and then our first move is down and then up, which just is another version of the click, just a little more lyrically. Along with that, we want to breathe. The breath is so important, whether certainly for wind players and singers, but string players, percussionists, the breath helps. In fact, we can just start a piece simply by going, and that preparation will help initiate it. So if we add those elements together, and we're in our ready, set, and then we go. So we breathe, and there's an upbeat. So that's the kind of the basic version of starting things. We can start either only with our right hand, or we can add our left hand in there and then start both together and then drop one. I would default to starting with one hand, so if you need the left hand, it has something to say, there's a use for it, as opposed to just starting every piece like that, and then when you want to say something more expressively to start the piece, it doesn't lose its power. The ready, set, go idea, all this, or this prep, event, and rebound, or prep, event, and resolution, will be applied to just about anything that we initiate. Just to give a quick preview of things, it's how we're going to end the piece too. And in fact, we can think about ending a piece the same way we think about starting a piece. It's the same idea. So if we're, except one, in starting a piece, we're from silence entering sound, and when we're ending a piece, we're from sound entering silence. So if we're from silence entering sound at the beginning, we're in our starting position, and we go. If we're ending the piece, the group is playing, and we end. It's the same gesture, which we'll talk a little bit more in another video talking about releases and cutoffs and endings.